DailyJailbreaks here. I really hope you guys are excited because today we have some iPhone 5 information. Through the video you guys are going to see screenshots kind of pop up. We got the white iPhone, the new black one, the new white one, and a bunch of features I'm going to tell you guys, the specs of the phone, new chargers, and new features that are all going to come with the new iPhone 5. So let's get right into it, guys. I got my little handy iPhone over here with my notes on it so I can read them off to you guys. And let's get the video going. So first off, we got a little picture of the little specs with it. So first off, you guys are going to see that it is 7.6 millimeters wide, so the thickness of the phone, so this part right here, how far that is apart, is 7.6 millimeters, so the thinnest iPhone ever, really easy to fit in your pocket, and for the conversion factor is about 0.3 inches. Now, if we do look at how the volume, so the amount of space that it basically takes up, it's going to be 3.31 inches cubed. So if you do some math there and you get the actual volume, you're going to find that this is 3.31 inches cubed. So it doesn't take up that much space, even with the extended screen, if you were to have the iPhone 5. So moving on, guys, it also is very light with 112 grams, being very light. So if you can actually weigh that, it is really light comparison to other iPhones, basically the lightest ever. So everything's going to be new. Very light, everything's going to be more advanced than it was before. So basically, guys, it is 20% lighter than the iPhone 4S and also 18% thinner than the 4S, just to give you guys a range of how the iPhone is changing. So moving on, guys, you will get an 8 megapixel camera, which you guys can see right there on screen with the little white one. Now that does have some sapphire in it, the gem actually. If you do look on the Apple site, you can figure out that does have a little sapphire in it, and you can see, if you get a close-up of the picture on their website, that to the right there actually is a speaker down there, or what looks like to be a speaker next to the flash button, which probably can give you enhanced speaker quality, I'm guessing. Also, you have the obvious 4G LET, so you do get 4G with the iPhone 5 because iPhone 4S obviously had it and they don't want to get downgrade, so you can have 4G with that as well. Right here in this picture, you guys are going to see the new charging port. Now, it is a little blurry, sorry for that, guys, but try and put it in your computer up to 1080p. You'll see the charging port is kind of cylindrical and round. This is called the Intelligent Reversible Lightning Connector. It is 80% smaller than a 30-pin dock connector, and it is reversible, so it doesn't only go in one way. You got two ways to put it in, so you can't mess it up or ruin your iPhone charging port with that, which is a really great feature to have, guys. So moving on, guys. The next thing we have is the A6 chip. Now the iPhone 5, or sorry, the iPhone 4 did have, or the iPhone 4S did have the A5 chip, which basically allows you to run Siri. This one's going to have the A6 chip, which runs 2 times faster than the iPhone 5, or iPhone 4, sorry guys, than the A5 chip. So you're going to get a lot more speed when browsing, and Siri is going to work a lot more cleaner and smoother with that A6 chip. So moving on, guys, the new thing we have is a one-piece touchscreen. So basically, before that, if you replace a digitizer on a phone or whatever, it has 2 layers where you have the touchscreen, and then the touchscreen kind of transfers signals to the electrodes on the back part, which then makes your motions and clicks the app and opens everything up. This part, we're going to have a one-touch motion where you're going to go directly to the electrodes, and it's going to make things a lot smoother and increase your display functionability. And once again, the screen itself, so the glass part, is going to be 30% smaller than it usually is, adding to that compactness which I mentioned in the beginning. And also, you will have a, I got the exact thing right here, is a 1136 by 640 resolution versus the old 960 by 640. So you're going to get a lot more resolution with that, guys, and a lot more power, so it's going to be a lot more clear. You're not going to see the pixels in your screen. You will have a lot more fluency. Now, getting onto the actual specs of your battery, so how long you can last browsing and talk time, you're going to have 8 hours of 3G talk time. You're going to have 8 hours of browsing on LTE, 8 hours of browsing on 3G, and then 10 hours of browsing on Wi-Fi. So those basically, the 8 hours on 3G and LTE are the same as the iPhone 4, but the Wi-Fi does step up in, I think, an hour or two, something like that. And then standby hours, so basically when your iPhone's not running anything, it's just sitting there in the background, like on the table, whatever, you're gonna have about 225 hours of just standby time, which is, I want to say, 25 hours more than the iPhone 4S did have. Now, one more thing that I do want to mention, guys, a really cool feature that I'm looking forward to is the new headphones. So these headphones have kind of a rounded feature. You'll see the picture, and you see the picture right now. You see the picture on screen. They have a kind of a rounded new shape. They've really advertised the new acoustics they have. It has the silicone pieces which are going to mold to your ear, so it doesn't fall out, and it still is very comfortable in your ear. Because iPhone headphones, or Apple headphones really have a history of being really uncomfortable. They're really stiff, at least in my ear. I don't really like having them in. I like having those third-party ones like Sony or whatever, just to have the more comfortable, like Skullcandy and stuff like that. So that is one of the new pluses you're going to get with the accessories for the iPhone 5. You're going to get that new charger and also these new headphones. They're going to be a lot more comfortable, have better sound and acoustic. They kind of match the acoustic with the sound, the comfortability, and also they're very durable, which they do advertise in their marketing as well. Now, one more thing, guys, that all these Apple products on the new iPhone 5 are all green products, so they're all recyclable. Sorry, guys. They all have aluminum bands. They have a bunch of technology they use to match the Apple color with the aluminum. They've cut the edges with diamond. So they actually use a certain diamond, I forget exactly what it's called, to cut the edges so they're perfectly straight edges and perfectly crisp edges on your iPhone 5 to make it have that really professional feel to it. Which is just a side note that I thought and I remembered from reading a lot of the information from the speech that they had today or at the little convention. So the models, guys, what they're going to release for is the lowest option to get the iPhone 5 is going to be 16 gigs, $200. So this is straight off the Apple website. This is no service included. You can get that for all three services, AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint. So you can get them all the three main services, and it will be $200 to buy it straight without any service from Apple.com. That's for the 16 gig. The 32 gig is going to be $300, and the 64 is going to be $400 or $399, guys. They're all a dollar less, but I'm just rounding up here. So you will have those options to get those and it is pretty low price to get the 16 gig. So $200. Usually we've seen higher prices, and then with that, guys, as you know, because the new ones come out, the old gets less use. The iPhone 4 8 gig is free. So if you do have an upgrade, you can get the iPhone 4 8 gig for free and have that nice little option right there. So we keep moving on, guys. The pre-order date is set to September 14th. So September 14th, you will be able to pre-order your iPhone 5, and also you can buy in store at the AT&T store. So at the September 21st. So probably a better idea to pre-order so you don't get that rush at the line. You don't have to wait forever, and you can get your iPhone on the day that it is received. So really great product, guys. Looks to be really good. I hope I can get one. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what happens for the channel. But thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the little breakdown. Last picture here is a little comparison. You'll see the iPhone 4 to the 4S to the 5 and how much bigger it gets. You see the comparison. One more side note is that the iPhone 5, because the screen is so much bigger and a lot of the apps aren't compatible with it yet, it will take your applications, and if they aren't compatible with iPhone the 5, it's going to shrink them into their normal size screen. But apps that are compatible will be regular size. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and new information on the iPhone 5. Sorry for the little bit of lag and static it had in there. It's on my MacBook, so it has a lot more problems. I don't have it fully updated yet. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please thumbs up the video, subscribe, and look forward for more videos on the new iPod Touch and stuff like that. Thanks for watching.